Welcome to conversational series of Happier Beings, where we are trying to decipher leader happiness. Today we have with us Dr. Vijay Sharma, who is practicing metallurgist with over 43 years of rich experience in special steel manufacturing, project management, and as a business head. Presently, Dr. Sharma is chairman, board of directors of Orient Refractories Limited, which belongs to RHI Magnesia, the largest special refractories company in the world with headquarters in Vienna, Austria. Dr. Sharma worked in very reputed and special steel manufacturing companies, BMM Ispat Limited as managing director, Usha Martin Limited, joint managing director, JSW Steel Limited, joint managing director, Ospet Steels Limited as executive director. The special steel long products manufacturing capacity in India is 9 million ton per annum, and Dr. Sharma has been responsible for putting up half of the present capacity. Presently, Dr. Sharma is providing advisory services to a number of steel companies. Dr. Sharma received National Metallurgist Award from Government of India. He also received the Eminent Engineers Award from Institute of Engineers, Jharkhand. Dr. Sharma is metallurgical engineering graduate from IIT Kharagpur, and he has done specialization from Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, Torrey, New York, USA. He is an MBA from XLRI Jamshedpur, PhD from Anna University in EOF Steel Manufacturing Technology, and Dr. Sharma has 23 publications to his credit. Dr. Sharma has been a keen sports person, and he represented Bihar State in basketball nationals. He also received President's Scout Award from President of India, Dr. Zakir Hussain in 1967. We will be trying to decipher in these changed times how leadership is important. Thank you so much, Dr. Vijay, to give your time to us. And the first question that we would want to know from you is, since you have illustrious experience of leadership in different geographies and different cultures, and that too a tenured experience. The first question is, why leadership is important for organization success?
Leadership is not only important, it is perhaps the most important, for the top man, because the steel plant normally has a direct, for example, a 1 million ton steel plant would have direct labor force of about 12 to 1500 people and indirect labor force of about another 2000 people. And it is a capital intensive operation, low margin, high volume operation. So for 25 to 26 days in a month, we are only covering our cost. It is only the 5-6 days, last 5 days or 6 days that we make profit in steel business. And if those last 5 days, if you lose 2 or 3 days under some certain breakdowns and certain non-planned activities, then you had it. The whole month is gone for a 6. So therefore, the whole team has to work like an orchestra. And the team will work like an orchestra, do their bit, do their things. For that, there is one person whom they all look forward to, who is the leader. And this whole life and the whole human tendencies and whole human nature is so complicated that for a good leader, the people will give their life also. We have seen so many examples in history for that. But even in our kind of a business also, because steel making is a very hazardous industry. You deal with 50 ton of liquid steel at 1650 degrees centigrade, and side by side water is also flowing, high tension power is there, and everything is very complicated. And one wrong deed means things will go absolutely, there will be disaster. If nothing happens, if all systems are right, nothing will happen. But if something happens, it will be really magnanimous. It will be big. And so therefore, And if you want to make profits in a low margin, high volume, capital intensive operation, people have to go out of their bound to sort of achieve results. Okay. And sometimes they really risk their life to see that things go on rightly to make sure that the plant runs. I'll give you a small example. For example, the liquid steel, once it is melted, refined, degassed, it's ready for casting. Casting machine has 2 or 3, 4 strands. Sometimes the liquid steel is converted into solid blooms or billets. Sometimes things don't go right all the time. Sometimes there is a breakout that one of the strands is not working while the other 3 are working. But that strand has to be set right. So one way is to stop the machine, set it right, and then start. But that is a normal way, you know. But we have had people who will go in a running machine and re-strand that whole strand and start the casting safely. I mean, it's so dangerous that if some other stand fails while he's working over there, that fellow will lose his life. But these people go out of their regime to somehow to achieve the targets, you know, to achieve out of the way. So without leadership quality in the top man, and so is it in the departmental head, whoever the departmental head, they should also have that leadership qualities, and then only you can lead, and then only everything will fall in place, and then only you may get good results with a little bit of luck. That's all.
You have brought some important point in deciphering this question about the importance of leadership. So it's very interesting to know that people are risking their life to achieve in situations which are dangerous. Today, the things have completely changed. In the normal corporate scenarios, we haven't seen this kind of sense of fear setting in. Yet, you need to deliver and work because organizations have to work and they have to sustain their business. So it brings this to a very interesting point. You were talking about certain values. So what, as per you, should be the values that leaders look to imbibe for self in leading organizations successfully? Because these are uncertain times. And given that the pace of change in 2020 is so fast, people haven't seen these times. So what do you feel some values which are important for leaders in these times?
You know, when I told you that people, this one example I just gave you, but there are many such examples in my career. But when people do this thing, it is not because of any fear. They do it because they feel that it is important for the organization, and they go out of their reach to do it. You see, so that happens. That they do out of love for the leader. It is not for the fear. Right. With fear, you can achieve nothing by fear. Okay, fear will lead to only work rule. All right, and but if those people have love for you, then they will do anything for you. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so there is no fear. It is motivation that you will achieve things. Okay.
Right.
And those qualities they were there 200 years ago. They were there 100 years ago. They are there today also. Okay. And the basic qualities of a leader will not change no matter COVID or no COVID. Okay. Today also, okay, COVID was there. I mean, and the process has to be followed. Whether it is on the medical side or whether it is on the industrial side, that whole process needs to be followed, and I'm happy that India followed it quite well. I mean, the complete lockdown was there, industry was closed, and so on. So that is a process which every country followed, and we also followed. So there's nothing wrong. I mean, uncertainties will come every time. I mean, this COVID is one big disaster, a big kind of uncertainty which has happened in our time. But even when there is no COVID or no something like this, still every day you are faced with uncertainties in a normal situation also. And whatever you are doing there, you are not the only one in India doing that. You know, there are some 10 more people who are doing the same. And if they do better than you, you will go out of business. So you have to be on your toes all the time. Right. You see, so handling the uncertain or handling the unplanned stuff is what the people are meant for.
Right.
So I take it in the stride that okay, this has happened, but this is one sort of contagious thing has come, but such things have come in the past also. And then the things were even more difficult with no communication and so on. Today we are blessed that everything we come to know immediately with so much good communication. So I feel this is there, it will come, it will go, so nothing to worry about. One has to be safe for next 2-3 years till the time vaccine and proper medication and everybody gets vaccinated and the in-bodies are built into the system so that it doesn't become contagious anymore. You see? So nothing, it is, I think, okay, we stopped the whole thing on 24th of all the steel plants, 24th. Okay, then we started reopening. I mean, India has bounced back like nobody's business. I mean, our steel plants are so much loaded with work now. My God, they are rationing the steel. Okay, so we are back to normal. We are back to normal. And for the performers, there is market all the time.
Right.
All right, there is market all the time. I'll tell you my incidents when the Lehman Brothers happened, meltdown in 2008, I think, 7-8.
Yes, 2000.
I mean, that time the whole economy went for a six also, and then there were steel plants who were closing down, you know, left, right, and center closing down, no demand, no nothing, everything is glut and so on. But we never stopped our plants, never. And I was fortunate to work for Mr. Sajan Jindal in JSW that time in Salem. And he is a very, very great leader here. He says, no, nothing doing. But the thing is, with the fear, people stop. With the fear of corona, people stop going out of their house. You know, you take precautions, but doesn't mean the life will stop here. And I'll tell you what happened in 2007, 2008. That was also a very big meltdown. Huh? I mean, the whole crash, the stock market crashed and everything happened. We did not stop. We did not stop. What happened? That time the economy, suppose the total long products, special steel was about 9-10 million ton. The demand came down, but demand did not become zero. Okay, the demand came down from 9 million tons to say 5 million tons. In the fear of it, only people stopped. And the guys who sustained and didn't stop, after 15 days, after 1 month, what happened? That people started getting orders. The orders volume was very limited, and they wanted short delivery.
Right.
So, but then they will give the order to that company who is running.
Correct.
So finally, we started getting all the orders because we were running. Okay. So what I'm saying is that leadership's the main responsibility of the leadership is to make sure that how to handle the change. You see? And as they say, nothing is permanent but change in life.
Yes.
So COVID is one change, competition is another change, political warfare is another change, some guy gets replaced in the center is another change. So you have to handle the change, yeah. And the norms of leadership doesn't change whether this is now or not. Lot of stuff where lot of noise is going on about how to change your stuff when the corona is there. But nothing is there to change. And you have to be your original self and keep performing. That's all.